You look amazing. Okay, sit back because I'm cutting off my head. What's up, y'all? It's Tashara, Politics and Fashion, here with a very annoying but special.
That's the look she teaches. If y'all ever see, hurt your lip.
Never tell you to do that. Here with a very special guest. Her name is Latil. She also is my fiance. Mwah. And we want to share with you today our home tour. This has been a very highly requested video. But before we get started, if you are watching this on YouTube, please make sure you click the like button and subscribe if you were down for some style and self-care inspiration with a social justice twist. Overall, babe, what do you think about our house?
So let me tell y'all the truth, okay? We got all the formalities out of the way. Now it's time for me to tell y'all really what's happening, okay? So everything that you see behind me and that we're gonna continue to show you around the house is basically my idea. My vision. I conceptualized it. I am known for my composition skill sets, visually, and so and aesthetically. And so yeah, I basically threw out some ideas and they stuck. Clearly, and we went that route, and so I'm very proud to show you the fruits of my visions today.
Oh, great, babe. So I want you to take the lead and share with people where things are from, etc., since you really designed the entire home.
Well, if you want to see where things are from, you can hit up Politics and Fashion blog, and there's an entire detailed outline of where things are from. You know, I honestly need to say that myself.
Okay. When I think of our home, I think of obviously color. I think of like warmth. I think of a place that is inviting. And I think of a place that has a lot of character. A lot of what we're going to talk about and what we show you all today is vintage or from thrift stores. I don't think there's anything in here that we paid more than, I don't know, $500-600 for.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that we've gotten, y'all know how Tashara is. Like, we'd be out somewhere and she always is like, "Ooh, let's go here, ooh, let's go here, ooh, let's go here." And they're typically like vintage shops or like thrift stores or maybe like flea markets and stuff like that. And so she'll like find something that she really likes. And initially I'm like, "What is this? We're never gonna use this. This thing is old, it's like busted." But then she'll bring it home and then kind of like, you know, have us do a little something to it, or maybe have her grandparents step in and, you know, sand it down, paint it, which is actually one of the pieces we'll be showing y'all today. It's like one of my favorite in the house. But yeah, one of my favorite pieces that we actually don't have anymore was this fence. Like this
it was a screen door.
It was a screen door that we got, y'all. Listen, screen doors are super, just like, I don't know, you would never think you would use it in your house, but we used it for like as a jewelry holder in the house, and it was just like super cool. But either way, there's so many things in here that I think they're kind of like crazy cool. Our space is really colorful, which I like. You come in through our front door and it's like a pop of color. As soon as you walk in, you'll see like mustard, you'll see kind of like a I don't know, not like ruby red, but kind of like a soft red. You'll obviously see like the magenta background of the, you know, the wall.
But jewel tones, like we really tried to go for jewel tones.
Yeah. And I think Tashara does a pretty good job of using up wall space in a way that I wouldn't. Like, in my mind, I think that things are supposed to be like, you know, you have a picture frame and you have the next one right next to it and then the next one right next to it. Like, it's all parallel, you know. But she introduced me kind of to this style of like, almost like someone sneezed and then like threw all these like visuals or like paintings, whatever, on the wall. And I'm like, you can't do this. I'm like, oh wait, I guess you can. I don't know. I guess I don't know.
Okay, so let's talk to you about some of our favorite areas in the house. Number one is the bookshelf. So when we moved into our place that we're in currently, I will be honest, I didn't really like it. I felt like it wasn't big enough. This wasn't the model that we saw because this particular unit was not available at the time. And as soon as we opened the door, I was like, this ain't it. But we'd already signed a lease, so we had to make it work. And so in the dining room area was this wall that we had like a vintage china cabinet in.
Oh yeah.
But it stuck out pretty far from the wall. The space isn't huge, and it just felt like we could be doing more with the space. So we saved up some money. We waited for the Container Store to have a sale, and we got some built-in shelves.
Yeah, it ended up being pretty cool because it takes up so much space, but in such a great way, because it allows for you to use it as storage space. And so we store my music equipment up there. We store like all of Tashaira's books that she has gathered all over the years.
It's
like,
just like a
it looks like a library.
I have so many books.
It literally looks like a library, so it's really cute. I basically had to beg her to allow me to put my music equipment up there, okay, guys?
It's not even there anymore. It's in the studio now, which we will get to.
It is in the studio.
The thing that I love about having bookshelves or just building up vertically in your space is that it allows for you to maximize the area, especially if your home is smaller and you're working with a small amount of square footage. And so what we did was we used the space to organize just little small things, pieces of equipment, journaling supplies, obviously books, pictures, things like that. And we also got these really great wicker baskets, some with lids, some without, and they kind of go with the decor in our home. So definitely I think the bookshelf is one of my favorite places in our house.
Yeah, and I have like a lot of like loose equipment just because I do a lot of music stuff, and so I have just like XLR cables and like 1/4-inch cables and just like crap that Tashaira may not know. She's like, what is this? And then she'll like put it to the side or try to put it somewhere because she don't know where it go and what it's used for. So it's great because we'll use the wicker baskets to store my music equipment, but then it's obviously helpful because I know where to go to like grab all my stuff and all my cords and stuff and just kind of keep them out the way so we're not having no issues.
Yes. So number 2 is actually behind us. It is the accent wall.
And can you please tell people how this came about?
Now this is the one area of the home that Ombre can truly take credit for without the blasphemy and the lies that she tends to do. Because this wall was blank for a while because we've always had something really, really dope in our home as far as an accent wall is concerned. Our first house together was black and white stripes. The second house was like black geometric lines and shapes. And we were like, what are we gonna do here? And I think it was you who said, let's do, did you say let's do mustard or let's do pink?
You think it was me. It was totally me, people. I am taking credit for this entire wall. Let me explain because you don't know the story. So pink, oddly enough, is my favorite color. It just is like my favorite color along with orange, but pink's my favorite color to wear. Although I don't wear a lot of it, but it's just my favorite color.
Babe, tell the story.
Okay, sorry. So either way, hence why this is magenta. It's just so beautiful. But also, if you see the wall, you see that the wall is like the door, like, well, I'm showing you right now, okay? You see the door, and you see that there's like open space, right? And so I didn't want to paint the entire wall pink plus like leading towards the doorway pink. It just was like a lot of pink. It just was too much. So I was like, oh shoot, let's just do half, right? So then we don't have to paint the entire wall pink. And it ended up being pretty cool. Can we give me some props for this?
You did a good job with that. You did a good job. The color, y'all, is called Berry Berry. We get asked this all the time. It's called Berry Berry by Sherwin-Williams. We just got it from like Home Depot or Lowe's. Oh, from Home Depot. And yeah, it really is probably one of the favorite walls that I think we've ever done. The black was cool, but I agree with you. We needed something that was brighter, and again, the jewel tone just allows for us to bring in so much more color, and everything just kind of pops. Especially, I think the gold frames look really good up against this wall. We have this really, really cool picture that a photographer named Aver Offner photographed in Africa. I forget the country. And it's women in the back of a truck going to a market, and it just pops along all of the other colors in the background of the wall. So it is, again, one of our favorite spaces in our homes, and it just in our home, and it really just anchors the entire space, I think, because it's the first thing that your eye goes to when you open the front door.
You open the door. But also, oddly enough, this magenta color very goes with everything. Like, everything we brought into the house, it's complemented that piece of furniture or the carpet or the plant very well in a way where I feel like clearly black goes with everything, but then again, it's kind of like not.
It's so
like
harsh.
I wouldn't want to do black and orange. That's Halloween. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
or black and green, or yeah. But this color translates well with so many others, and we are all about color. Next up is our favorite mustard chairs. You picked these out. You said everything in the house you designed. So tell them all about the chairs, babe. Where are they from? What was the inspiration?
Okay, so this was the only part that I was basically coerced. I was tricked, manipulated, okay? So all I know is that one day Tashara's parents were visiting, and I had been talking to her about the fact that I wanted to keep our original chair, which is a papasan, whatever. Papasan. It was beautiful, it was green, it was like amazing. Everybody came into our house to sit in it because it's comfortable. She insisted upon getting rid of it and has been talking about getting rid of it for like, I don't know, ever. And typically,
it was just limited seating. It wasn't functional. We needed a functional seating area.
Look, all I know is that it was something that everyone liked to sit in when they came to the house. It's just kind of like the go-to, right? So I'm like, I love this. I want to keep it. She did not want to keep it. And so one day I come home, and all I know is her parents is putting together two chairs and a little papasan, whatever. I don't know where it was at. Was it still here? I don't know. But all I know is that she tricked me because she knew that if her parents was here, that I wasn't going to be like, baby, what is this? And so either way, once we got them set up and we put them in the, in their spaces, which we'll show you in a sec, or you're actually probably looking at right now. Yeah, they ended up being really nice. They're mustard, just another nice complementary color to what the color scheme that we have going on in the house. Yeah, individual seating, so it provided 2 extra whole pieces of seating, although nobody ever sits in them. Let's just be honest.
They are great. They are from overstock.com. They were affordable. I don't remember if they came in a set or if I bought 2, but either way, same concept. I have been stocking them for months while I tried to convince Henri to get rid of the other chair. And I saved up and I decided that I was gonna finally pull the trigger and get my chairs, not only for the seating aspect, but also because we love color. And if you actually look at this pillow, almost every color,
yeah, that's true,
right, in this pillow we have incorporated in the house in some way, which was completely subconscious.
That's true.
Yeah, it works. I already mentioned how when we first got this apartment, I didn't love it, and so that kind of slowed us down from decorating. One of the rooms that didn't get any love, y'all, was the bedroom. So we had this old bed that we had moved to a couple places with us. It was broke down in a raggedy child. We just basically had the headboard leaned up against the wall with a Target bed frame. And finally one day we just said, you know what, it's time for a new bed. It was actually the day after our anniversary last year.
For obvious reasons.
We were like, it's time for a new bed.
It is not working, y'all. Like, if you're trying to like do something and be quiet,
but it was a family friendly video.
I'm just saying, it was not working. It was just
it was just raggedy, y'all. Okay, so we go into CB2. Yeah, CB2 in Georgetown.
Oh, yeah.
And we find this bed and we fall in love with it. It's a platform bed. I wasn't a big fan of it.
I'm about to say, she ain't fall in love with it. She lying. I liked it. It was different. It's a bit like low. Like if you come into our house, you'll see it's kind of like low to the floor, which, some people like higher beds that you can kind of like, just kind of sit down, boom. This one is a little low, but it actually looks super cool. It reminds me of kind of like a cabin in a way.
Yeah.
So it's just a different look. It's a little low. I think eventually I'll probably want to get a bed that's a bit like, you know, higher, like to my like knee level, so I can just kind of sit. But I think it's fun. I think it's sexy. I think it's I don't know, modern and just different, unique. So I'm really feeling it.
Our last favorite area of our home
Let me introduce the area. Our last favorite area of our home is our studio space, which literally just got set up 2 months ago.
And we're about to move.
And we're literally getting ready to move. What we have been wanting. I think it's a great start because it's going to be like our resource guide for what we will be doing with our space, our studio space in our next spot. And so initially the space was a guest bedroom, but we do a lot of video work. Shai does a lot of like filming and, you know, stuff for her blog. I do a lot of music work, and we needed a studio space. A lot of the production work I was doing, I would just kind of bring my gear out into the living room. I still kind of do it just because it's my comfort space, but we wanted a dedicated studio space to create. And so we got rid of the bed, put the bed in storage. It's got like a cheap little storage area or storage unit or whatever. And we started to build the studio space. And so we had, like, we just purchased this little like L-shaped desk that we use to hold all of my, like my speakers, you know, my MIDI keyboard and stuff. It's really like clunky, chunky equipment. And so we wanted to do something to kind of showcase it in a better way. So we moved it from the container store shelving and then put it in a space where I could leave it and not have to move it back and forth throughout the, like every time that I produce, which is also another thing as a producer. You don't want to move your stuff back and forth because it just kind of like messes your equipment up. But either way, yeah, so it's there with our computer and everything. This also helped us to kind of organize the space better and just like open up more room for shooting video production stuff. And so we have this organizer. This is like all Shara's idea, the organizer area. I don't always be thinking about like organizers to put like little trinkets and stuff, but it's really helpful just to kind of get like tape. Like she does a lot of bullet journaling, like tape and like markers and pens and like little things that just be around the house that annoy you, and you'd be like, where do I put this? You just kind of throw it in a drawer.
Everything has to have a place. And so I think, especially if you're, again, living in a small space, if you're attempting to build a studio, or just if you're a creator, period, having some way to delineate different types of equipment and supplies is really, really important. So I just went to Target one day, grabbed a whole bunch of those like clear containers, and stuck them inside of a storage unit that we got from, was it Wayfair or Overstock? One of the two. I'll put it down in the description box.
Wait, what?
The storage cabinet.
Oh, I don't know. What are you talking about?
Baby, that the different supplies go in.
Oh, okay, that's my bad. I thought you were talking about like the closet thing. Oh, yeah. I actually don't know where you got that from. So aside from the L-shaped desk for the studio space, we also have this chalkboard wall, and the chalkboard wall is just kind of like something that's kind of like a signature piece that we typically have in our house. So I wanted to kind of maintain that, and so we did this kind of like this little sliver of the wall to kind of bring some more life and character into the space. Well, Tashara actually is really big on like having affirmations set up around the house. And I'm also someone who like has always been taught to like write the vision, make it plain.
Is that a real song?
Yes! Write the vision.
Well, don't get my video demonetized. So above where the storage cabinet is, first we have Omre's saxophone, which is an instrument that she's classically trained in, and we also have a plant, our plant Jerome.
Just don't ask me to play. Like I love how she gives me that credit of like being classically. Yes, I am a classically trained instrumentalist, and I've played the sax for like 10 years. But please don't ask me to play it. Like I'll play y'all like a little but like legit, it's been so long, y'all. But either way, classic piece, it's there, and it's just, Yeah, I love it.
And it's a studio, so of course you gotta have your instruments. And above it are these pictures that I classify as the Wall of Fame. It's a picture of me and all of my loved ones. So we had a photo shoot after I finished my battle with breast cancer. I have framed professionally a picture of me in a local publication called D City.
Yes.
We were in the style section in an all pink photo shoot. It is a picture that Omre's sister took of me that was featured at Art Basel. And it's just a way to show your self-love, I think. I think a lot of people believe that your home can only be pictures of other people, which is crazy to me. You live there. Why can't you have pictures of yourself?
Yeah, and aside from that, like, this is a whole other conversation for another day, but it is okay to like to showcase your achievements and those things that you're like so proud of. Like, who else is about to have this up in your house besides your parents, right? Your homegirl ain't. Like, why not allow people to walk into your house and be like, oh my God, you were in. Yes, I surely was.
And as a matter of fact,
to God be the glory. Let me tell you the story. So like, celebrate yourself and your achievements in the boldest way possible. And so this is one way to do that. I have my saxophone there to signify just like how far I've come as an instrumentalist and as a musician. And then we have these pieces of these like press pieces and features that Tashira's been in to you know, highlight the areas that she has really grown in and just some of those monumental moments in our life. So yeah, I say brag about yourself.
Well, you know, I also hearing you say that, I think it's very interesting the way we kind of design this space, because they're both different types of affirmations. We have affirmations with words, and something I learned this week is about the ways in which words have vibrations. The vibrations change the frequency of a space. It allows for you to rise to your higher self. And so literally speaking those affirmations allows for you to just get to a different level in life and in being as a human. And then on this end, you have these visual affirmations and reminders of who you are and who you have been called to be. And that's our home studio. And it also is the end of this video. And Omre,
no, we still have one more thing, didn't we?
That's it, girl. I made a list.
Oh.
Just say that you really enjoyed being on camera in my video. Good job, baby. Good job.
Thanks, babe.
Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more home decor inspiration, make sure you are following me on Instagram and really like across the internet. I'll make sure much of what you saw today is linked down below and also in a blog post, so you get to understand like how we created this bohemian, warm, loving, colorful home that we are about to leave very soon. However, we'll take you along on the journey to our new place. If you were down for more style and self-care inspiration, make sure you are following and you've subscribed to my YouTube channel. In the meantime, I will see you across the internet.